Okay, scientific notation. Now, scientific notation is just a way of writing really, really large numbers, but then again, really, really small numbers. Okay, so let's look at some little examples here from the book. That's huge. What is it? The personal income of all Americans? I wish. So, that's a very large number that we can write in scientific notation if we need to. But here's an example. Suppose you want 5,000, okay? 5,000, now think about it, is 5 times 1,000. Okay, it's 5,000. But 1,000, think about it, is 10 cubed. 10 times 10 times 10. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. So that's why I can write it like this, because that bit there, the 10 cubed there, that's the 1,000. Okay, 10 cubed. 10 times 10 times 10. Think about 10 squared. 10 times 10, that's 100. And so on. So that's kind of it. So 5,000 can be written as 5 times 10 to the power 3. Okay. So let's have a look at the statement down here. A number written as the product of a decimal number between 1 and 10. So be aware of that. In other words, this is not scientific notation. 23.6 times 10 to the 7 is not scientific notation because it should be 2.36 times 10 to the something. We'll go into that later, okay? So that's where the decimal has to be, okay? A number between 1 and 10, or really 1 and 9.999999999, okay? Right, so that's scientific notation. Let's have to practice some of these now. Okay, so let's look at 942. Let's look at this one. Scientific notation. Now, I mean, you can read this from the book, of course, right here. But I like to think of it as right. I know, actually, here's a good way of looking at it, if you can see that, okay? I know that the decimal point is there, okay? I made it a bit bigger, right? There's the decimal point. If I move it to where it should be, in other words, 9.42, so just look at the numbers, it's got a 9, a 4 and a 2 in it just at the start here, okay? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places, okay, to get it to 9.42. So that's why that is a 6. I'm moving it 6 places to the left, okay? So they might explain it a little bit differently, but I just think of how many places are you moving that decimal point, okay? And that's the exponent. So let's have a look at some more. How about 5120 right here? 5120. Well, I know that should be 5.12. Okay, so I know that the decimal point has to go right there. Okay, times 10 to the. Now I don't know where it is yet until I count. Now remember, a decimal point should be right there. Okay, it's right at the end of this number here. Okay, even though it's not written. So 1, 2, yes, 3 places. There it is. Okay, that's the scientific notation. This should be 2.6. Okay, this 2,600,000, right, times 10 to the. And again, I just think of that's where the decimal point was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places to the left. There we go. Okay, that's what that is. Wow. So what was that personal income of Americans then? Okay, so 1.17. Okay, that's that bit there. All right, those are just the numbers I can see. So I know it's got to go between those two ones there. Times 10 to the. All right, here we go. This is where it started. Okay, right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, that's what that is then, folks. Okay, 1.17 times 10 to the 13. Big numbers.